All things come of thee, O Lord, and of thine own have we given thee. Everything we possess is a gracious gift from God, a blessing beginning with life itself. Our readings today touch that place within that we are often uncomfortable talking about, but often worry over. The accumulation of wealth, the fragility of life, and the passing on of our possessions and wealth, and how these things might be taken care of by others. And then there is that question that comes: how much might I inherit? Vanity of vanities, all is vanity. The son of King David of Jerusalem, King Solomon, is reflecting on the business given to human beings. It is all vanity and chasing after the wind. After all, once he has worked hard, used his intellect, wisdom, and skill, the fruits of his labor will be left to those who come after, and they may be foolish. This is also a vanity, getting caught up in the stress, allowing work to become all-encompassing to the point of not being able to sleep at night is also a vanity. Utter futility is a better translation of the original Hebrew for vanity. Futile because death will always come, no matter how much wealth, possessions, or prestige is accumulated. Utter futility. In the form of a parable, Jesus addresses the accumulation of wealth and possessions, as one brother asked Jesus to intervene in order that he may receive his portion of inheritance. Jesus warns him to be on guard against all kinds of greed and proceeds to tell him a story. The land of a rich man produced abundantly, and he thought to himself, "What should I do? For I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grain and my goods. And I will say to my soul, 'Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this very night your life is being demanded of you, and the things you have prepared, whose will they be?' So it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich toward God or toward others." Perhaps if we substitute property, certificates of deposits, stocks, 401ks, IRA plans for crops and barns, this parable will become more poignant. Every day we are confronted with choices about how to build up, maintain, and distribute our wealth. The rich man's plan is to store up his abundance and enjoy it for years to come. He doesn't seem to consider the source of his abundance: the rich soil, gentle rains, seeds of promise, and the warming sun of God's creation. There is no mention of the man thanking God for the blessings of his abundance, nor giving back to God out of what God has graced him with, nor about sharing with others. And God calls him a fool, tells the man his life is being demanded of him, and says in warning, "So it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich toward God." Mind you, having abundance and wealth is not a sin. It's a wonderful gift. Whether we have accumulated it through our God-given talents and skills, or whether we have been graced through inheritance or gifts from others. The message here is that God expects us to be generous in return, to give to God, to share with others, to use our resources well. And tithing may sound outdated, yet in the coming months, I challenge you to live into your faith and belief in God. Look at your own giving and work towards tithing. Begin incrementally if need be, but begin. In tithing, give of your money, your talent, and your time to God and to Good Shepherd. You may wonder, why should I do this now? Because it is about your own soul. Tithing is an act of learning to trust God. I can hear the inner voices already beginning to justify why this is an impossible idea. And I know because I've had those voices in my head. So I say, just try it. Trust God and see what happens. You may well discover a greater inner wealth than you can even begin to imagine now. Journal your journey. Notice where you discover blessings emerging in your life. Being generous to God sparks a different fire within the soul. It is a reflection of putting one's full trust in God. And then begin to reflect upon what it means to leave a legacy in this world. When I worked in fundraising, we had a legacy society. And here at Good Shepherd, we have established an endowment fund. When you leave a gift to Good Shepherd in your will, you are leaving a legacy, a trust that this holy place will continue for years to come. And since God's abundance is so much more than financial wealth, what might be the legacy you would like to leave in this world? Is it one of generosity of spirit, sharing the gifts God has planted in your heart and soul? Is it one of teaching, healing, or being a person of peace or kindness? Is it a passion for justice, or one of teaching others through your actions, words, and life that all of life is a gift from God? So what is it you hope to leave in the wake of your life? You plant seeds every day, whether you know it or not. Now is the time for being purposeful in planting God's seeds at Good Shepherd, with others, and in the world. All things come of thee, O Lord, and of thine own have we given thee. Amen.